House.
Dallas, Texas, we getting up out of here, baby. 2 events one day, 2 cars, just driving through the night. Peace out, y'all. Shout out to Texas. SwapCon, Melting Pot. Let's go, baby. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Underwater Fly Zone Podcast. It's been a long time, but we are back, and I have a big announcement. But before I make the announcement, gotta welcome in our guest today. Introduce yourself to the people.
What's up, everyone? It's Spencer. At this point, I think I'm on episode like 7 or 8.
Yes.
So I'm not quite a regular, but I don't feel quite new anymore at this point.
Yeah, definitely not
somewhere
new.
in between.
For sure. I'm excited to have him back on. We have a lot to talk about today. But before we get into talking about everything there is to talk about, I have a big announcement for all the Underwater Fly Zone podcast fans out there, supporters, anyone who cares about this podcast. We have a season coming your way. And this is not a season where I say we have a season coming your way and then nothing happens like the past couple ones. This one's legit. I mean, we already got the episodes recorded. It is coming. It will be 5 episodes every Monday in September. So every single Monday in September, there will be a new episode because September is Suicide Awareness Month. So it's a suicide awareness season. We're dedicating the whole season to suicide awareness. So be tapping in on every single Monday of September. I already got the episodes done, and they're pretty good. I'm not gonna say it's my best work because I'm rusty, and you might pick up on that today. But I will say it's worth the listen. The guests did great. So, anyways, it's already recorded. It was such like a spontaneous thing. I just looked at the dates in September, and I was like, wait a second. We drop on Mondays. There's 5 Mondays. It's like September 1st is a Monday.
Yeah.
It just worked out perfect. So
That'll be fire.
I'm gonna turn me down a little bit.
Yeah, I had to turn mine down before you even got over here.
Yeah,
it was loud.
Time out. I think the camera just turned off.
Heard.
I think I heard it. Never mind, I'm hearing things.
That's got to stay in.
Yeah, no, I'm not. Bro, I am not editing. I do not. Okay, that's the first thing I want to say. What you been up to today, bro?
Today specifically, just work. Recently, I feel like, not in like a bad way, but it's a lot of life. It's like I go to work, I go home, and then just like have fun on the weekends.
Yeah.
And just like chill.
Dude,
you know?
I miss that. I miss chill because bro, I don't even know, bro. I feel like I haven't got to chill in so long. The last time I chilled was with you though, on the boat.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Yeah.
That was a good day.
I don't function well if I go, like the times where I'll go like a month straight, because maybe I'll get like an hour or 2 at night, but I feel like in the middle of the week when I work Monday through Friday, I get home and like I got to do stuff like just as an adult, like you got to cook dinner, you got to clean, whatever.
Yeah.
And so if I don't get at least one day on the weekend to rest, I can do that for like a couple weeks. But by like week 4 of that,
it's like I'm out.
My barometer is like, do I get a day where I don't have to set an alarm to wake up? And if I don't get that for like 3 or 4 weeks, then I get a little moody.
Yeah.
I get a little rough. But
no, I asked you something on the boat the other day, and it's stuck with me, and you probably don't even know this, but I was like, bro, do you love your job? Because you work. Tell the people where you work. Icon, the shirt with the orange, the Icon orange shirt is because of this man.
Yeah, so I work at Icon Pools. It's a joke, or like an inside joke of me and Foster's, because one of the shirts had the orange text, and it was the exact color, one of my 2 work colors, so I could wear it as a work shirt. And so he said, "Oh, it's called Icon Orange or whatever." So I work there. I have kind of 2 jobs. I do all the marketing for it because it's a small company, and that's what I went to school for.
Yeah.
But it's also not big enough to just do that. So I'm now also the project manager for the construction team. I used to manage the store. Now I manage the construction team. And so that's been like a new and honestly really fulfilling experience. Like it's been cool. There's tough times. It wasn't a position before I had it. So there's a lot to learn and a lot of new things, both as a company and for me. But it's been cool. Like I've really enjoyed it.
That's what I was gonna say. I asked you, do you enjoy what you do every day? And you're like, dude, I love it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, everyone always thinks like you have to do some big, like, I have to be a rapper, I have to be this. It's like, bro, you might do that and you might succeed, but you don't even know if you're gonna like. I think the goal is just finding something you love.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not. I wouldn't want to be in 50 years, look back, and be at the exact same spot I'm at today. But as a 23-year-old, I get to like learn new things. Literally every single day, I'm learning something new. I mean, I have frustrating moments of like people spend a lot of money to get a pool built, so they get frustrated. But like, I get it. But I also get to. I'm a big part of like making a literal dreams come true of like building a pool, like that experience and getting that in someone's backyard, and then it turns out okay. And I'm one of the people that they've talked to the most, so they kind of give me a lot of the credit, even though I didn't do any of the actual building. Like that part's really cool. And then the marketing stuff is a lot of fun. Like I get to kind of just do whatever I want. Yeah. And that's been really fun. I started a new thing. Today was day 9 of it. Every day, I'm getting shot in the face with a water gun. Well, I say a pool fun fact until it's this guy, the pool guy, ML. He's got like 15 million followers. Super famous pool guy.
So you're going to be doing it forever.
Like a year at least. That's what I did day 9, 10, and 11 today. Because on Fridays, the last 2 Fridays, I recorded 3, so I can still post on the weekend. I'm starting to regret it. Because 1, it's hard to think of pool fun facts.
Yeah, true.
2, I'm just getting waterboarded at work every day. But like, how sick of it is it that I get a job where I get shot in the face with an automatic water gun, like battery powered, goo in my face.
Dude, that's sick. Funniest. Like when I saw the first one, I was in tears laughing. I've only seen the first one. I haven't been on social media much, but have you been posting every day?
So every day on TikTok. I'm not posting because I don't want the Facebook and Instagram to also be like full of it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Go watch day 10 because Jace, who we did an episode with, he just started working there. He shot the water gun for day 10, and he did not hold back. And it was a long fact too. So for like 15 seconds, I'm drowning, like standing up. Like it's nuts. It's kind of funny.
Y'all gotta go watch day 10, but you send me a different day. I want to put it in the video.
Okay.
Because that is so funny.
Welcome to day 4 of saying a pool fun fact every day while getting shot in the face with the water gun until the pool guy ML comments on one of our posts. There are certain pools in Australia that have banned cannonballs because they were considered a nuisance. Yeah, I can send. Yeah. I'll send you one.
Send me, and then they have to go find day 10.
Yeah, you got it. Day 10's I've now recorded through day 11. Day 10's by far the funniest.
Oh my gosh! So it drops tomorrow then.
Yeah, tomorrow.
But this will drop in like a week. So
that's
it's
why.
Already,
just go find it.
Yeah.
I'll be long into my torture process. I haven't even gotten 1,000 views on any of them. Like I think the best one peaked at like 980. So I'm far away from him saying it. It's bad.
It's such a unique niche. Like nobody's looking that up. Like, but it might pop up and people might be like, okay, I want to watch this.
That's what the hashtags are for.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to catch people's attention quick. Like I'm doing my best, but it's tough. It's an interesting experience, but again, like that's a really sick like thing to annoy me is that I get to get shot in the face with a water gun.
Yeah, no,
while saying fun facts every day.
For sure. And that, I don't know. When you said that on the lake the other day, it just kind of was like a weird thing for me because I'm just like, dude, all these people are always bashing on their like 9 to 5s, but I'm like, bro, I've gotten to the point where it's like, just do what you love. Like all this entrepreneurial stuff is overhyped. It is stressful. Like it is not, if you don't have a true passion, like the only reason I do anything entrepreneurial is because I care so much about the message behind it. But like the hoops you have to jump through, I could go on and complain. There's so many great parts to it too, but it's just like, sometimes, I envy you in a way, or envy people like you in a way. I'm like, man, I love that, And then I think about my roofing job. I'm like, I could just do this, but then it's like, I just love, this. Yeah. And I really feel like this is going to be what I do as a full-time job one day, potentially down the line. But anyways, yeah, I think
awesome. It's easy to like, comparison is the thief of joy.
Yeah, for sure.
There is not a job in the world that is 100% amazing, perfect all the time.
Definitely, yeah.
And I think that's something I've gotten better about. I think the mindset of 4 years ago, Spencer, would not have been the way I am now, even if everything was the exact same in my job.
Yeah.
Because there are frustrating days where something goes wrong and I'm the person that like deals with a customer that's annoyed with it, or nothing went wrong, but they think it did, or they're just there. It's a lot of like the customer facing stuff that can be frustrating or difficult, or I forget to do something, or I didn't know I had to do something that's now delayed the project. And it 4 years ago, me would get caught up on those. And I still have an issue of like setting too high standards and feeling like I'm not reaching them. But I've just realized like the entrepreneurial stuff, people will think about, oh, it's cool because I get to run my own business. But there's the hoops, there's the grind you have to put in. There's all that time because you're running and starting a business.
Yeah.
But if it's something you're really passionate about, those cons are worth it because of the pros you get from it. And that's what I found with my job is the pros of being fulfilling and having the freedom and being trusted with the responsibility I have at 23 years old is worth the stressful days or the annoying days or the long days. Because every job and everything you do is going to have things like that. And it's just helped my perspective of, not that it's a lazy mindset, but it's kind of a cop-out mindset to be like, oh, I don't like that, the bad part of it.
Yeah, for sure.
There's always going to be the bad part of anything.
Yeah, definitely, dude. I don't know. I just like, I don't know why that conversation stuck to me so much, but I literally been thinking about it constantly. And then I tell people this all the time. This is something I really want to say here, because I don't want you to hear me say that and then think like, oh, does he not enjoy doing it? Dude, I enjoy this so much. But I do tell people this when they reach out and send me a message. I say, man, I appreciate you so much for telling me, you know, they're like, hey, I saw your shirt today. It's so cool to see it everywhere, or just something little like that. I always tell them, I'm like, thank you so much. It's messages like this that keep me going. And I think they will hear me say that and they're like, yeah, right. He just says that to everyone, you know. Yeah. Bro, I am so serious. Like, if there was ever a day where it was like a 4 month stretch and I'm like, I haven't got any messages lately. Like, what are we doing? You know, it's like, I don't know. Those messages, like, if you're watching this, I really mean, like, those messages do keep this going. I mean, if I didn't get the messages, I would keep doing it. But it's like the joy and the fire alive. And like, you walked in here and saw how many shirts we have right now. We have like literally 3,000 pieces of merch to sell. And that's like overwhelming, especially whenever you know how much, you know,
you have to invest to get to that.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. It just like, you look all around and you're just like, well, I look around and I'm like, man, we are at the bottom of a very tall mountain, and we've already climbed so many mountains. And it's just like, oh my gosh, like, it's crazy. But then when I get those messages, like, man, it's gonna work out. We got the people behind us. We got momentum, and yeah, I don't really worry, but I do sometimes just, you know, it's a lot. So I appreciate the messages, and I just think that I'm glad you enjoy your job. I hear so many of my friends lately are like, man, I hate my job. And I'm just like, oh, that my heart breaks for them. Yeah. So to hear that from you, I'm like,
I mean, I'm also lucky enough. I at my first job out of college have found one that I very realistically could be at for my career. And that I think is also uncommon and very lucky of me. Yeah. Of if I leave, it would be because I end up wanting to. I don't see myself wanting to. And my owners, who are also the aunt and uncle of my wife. So like, it's a little bit of like, I think I talked about that last time, but I literally made a joke that I'm going to be a stay-at-home dad one day, and she said, we'll build a daycare at the store. Like, they are like, no, you are going to stay. Like,
that's so
like
good.
They invest as much or more in me as I invest back in them.
That's incredible.
And that makes it so much easier, too, is like good management and good owners make it so much easier.
Yeah, I'm pretty blessed in my position, too, because I got out of college and got my dream teaching job. Literally, the school I wanted to be at. And I left it into a job that's very similar to yours. I mean, it's not my wife's family's business, but it's my dad's best friend's business with the roofing. And like, he wants me to be there. Like I've made some mistakes in roofing that were like costly mistakes. And he's like, it's all good. You know, people make mistakes. And I'm like, bro, you really care about me, because if I was the owner, I would not be reacting the same way, you know? So it's just like growing pains with it, but he sticks right there with me, so I'm very grateful.
That's sick.
Shout out Sam Moore, baby. That's my boss.
That's awesome.
But yeah, so anyways, you have topics for today.
Yes.
Let's not get into it yet.
Okay.
But I've been planning answers to the topics, but I don't even know the topics.
Correct.
So give us a little what do we expect? What should the people be expecting for this episode?
So I'll give the setup without giving more really than Foster knows. So I had this idea, and it partially depended on Foster committing to do another podcast with just us two in like 6-ish months time. So good news for people who like when I'm on an episode, I'll be on another.
January.
Bad news for people who don't like me being on one. I'm on at least one more.
Yeah.
But I came up with categories that can be like numbered 1 to 10 roughly, and then we can talk about. And then in that follow-up one can kind of, because they're all ones that like a 10 is like great and amazing, and a 1 is like in the dumps.
Yeah.
And see where we're at now. And then it makes us more conscious of trying to improve and get better on them. And so in January, if I forgot about it and X category was at a 6 and then I'm at a 5, it's like, okay, what happened?
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna keep track of like what we say today.
Yeah.
And then we can follow up on it.
And also, if you're listening, well, I have 2 things to say. If you're listening, you have to participate, all right? So, like, in the comments, when we ask something, you got to put your own number and your own reasoning and play along with us, because that's what this podcast is fun for. Like, it's fun to talk, and do this, but it's also fun to have you guys engaged in it. So, especially if you're on YouTube. I think you would comment on Spotify, though.
Yep.
Yeah, so also, if you're on Spotify, you don't get out of this.
Yeah.
You got to comment and play along with us. The second thing, like he said, if you like listening to Spencer on the podcast, he'll be back on here, but we got shout it out just a little bit, bro. Come on.
Listen to Sunday Driving. Comes out every Sunday. Ironically, one of the only days I'm not driving while recording this. But so, as Foster's mentioned before, I've started a lot of podcasts, right?
Yeah.
This is the first one. This is the longest I've done one for. I think this week's going to be episode 22. They come out once a week. So it's been, what's that, 5.5 months?
Yeah.
So it's been basically 6 months at this point I've been doing it. The motivation behind doing it was I keep doing these podcasts where I have to do a lot of planning, and then after a little bit, it feels like the stress and the work of having to plan it has been outweighing like the enjoyment of doing it, which also maybe it brings up the mindset I was talking about of like there's always going to be negatives, and I just wasn't mentally mature enough to do it before where like I have to do the work for the thing I like, which I actually think is true, but because I'm starting to do segments now. But anyway, my idea was I leave work at 5 days a week and it's an 8-minute drive home. And when I get in the car, I just put on a podcast and listen to it.
Yeah.
Don't do anything useful. So now instead of listening to a podcast, I hit record on voice memos and just talk. And so it's not like I'm going to be doing anything else useful in that time.
Yeah.
And I almost never talk about anything that makes sense at that time. But Foster and my mom both have described it as like, it's like a phone call. They just can't respond.
Yeah.
And it feels very casual, which is kind of my thought. It is just like stream of consciousness, whatever I think, I say. And it's been fun. It allows me to get my thoughts out. In the last like 4-ish episodes, I've started doing segments. And also, I think like 7 people listen to each episode. So,
and I've been behind too, so it should be 8. But
I don't care, because going into it, I said if 0 people listen to it, that isn't what is going to matter to me. It's like getting the thought out of my head and just being able to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But the last few weeks, I've had Wednesdays and Thursdays are segments days.
Okay.
Wednesday is a question of the day segment where Tuesday night, except I think once it was Wednesday morning, I text a question to like 10 or 12 people. And I write before I leave work on a Post-it note so I can see them, their answer. And I just talk about those. Because it's a way of like, it gives me something to talk about. Because 5 days of just like nothingness was starting to get kind of difficult to fill.
Yeah, for sure.
So that was the first one I did. Like I did, what's a underrated movie that you love? Like that no one talks about. The one on the episode that just came out was, what's your favorite like single fast food item? I asked people, at one point I asked what their favorite word was, but then that was a really weird week of like, I didn't
respond to that one.
I just think I stopped texting you because you didn't answer 2 in a row.
Yeah,
but I just send questions and I talk about them, and it's cool. And then Thursdays has become my sports day, which like, it's partially because during the NBA playoffs, I kept talking too much basketball, and I felt bad because I think Jace is the only person I know that listens that like probably cared about that. So my mom, she's like, I tried to listen, like I listened to it. I didn't know what you were talking about. And like, I felt bad.
Yeah.
So now it's like, okay, if you don't want to listen to sports, skip over the Thursday portion. If you do, that's where it'll be.
Yeah.
And other than Thursdays, it won't be much. So that one was less of a give me something on Thursday and focus sports there. And then I might add something on Tuesday, but I don't want to like then narrow myself into having to do segments 3 days a week. But Mondays, I talk about my weekend and I talk about what's coming up. And on Fridays, I talk about what I'm about to do that weekend and like how this week went a little bit. And so those will stay. But yeah, it's been fun.
I think it's creative. I mean, legitimately, I think it's my favorite one you've done. And I've been pretty much one of your biggest fans of all of them.
Absolutely.
Except the basketball one. I didn't ever listen to that one.
That one was also only a couple episodes because I started it in the dead middle of the off season, and I had content.
Yeah.
And all of it was just nerdy stuff that I think only I would have liked. I did 2 episodes and I went, I gotta stop this. Like this is not going anywhere good.
Yeah.
And it was just not. That one was too like on a whim. Like I just was like, I like basketball. Let me talk basketball, and didn't think about it. So the rest of them I've really enjoyed and had this one's been fun. And I have ideas of like, it's audio only because I'm in a car, so I've had a hard time thinking of like how to promote it.
Yeah.
And it's also not clippable necessarily. Like you could clip a like 30-second thing of this and it's like cool and motivational. I don't really have that.
You would have to get one of those cameras on you, but then it might feel weird.
Well, even if I just clip audio and like put an image or a video or like a waveform behind it, it's just not like entertainingly clippable either. It's like Spencer, and it's like, this week for dinner, I'm gonna make these pizza biscuits I've been thinking of, and like that's not exciting.
It's not gonna hit like viral or anything.
Yeah, like
I
just
get
don't,
like 200 views. And you're like, man, why'd I even do that?
If people aren't already friends with me, I just feel like it's not the type of podcast where like you're gonna pick up on, and I really don't care.
I think though down the road, maybe you should get a camera and do it, and then I think because even when I just said that, I was like, there's a chance that it could really be something.
I've thought of how to do it. It'd probably be like get like the car mount and record it there, but it'll be like a down the road thing because right now I'm having a good time. I like what I'm doing. I don't want to make it too much.
Yeah, for sure.
And so like I'm vibing.
Dude, when I started this, I was the same as you with I don't care who listens, but I was like, I need one. I want to impact one person through this podcast. And that was just my mindset for the whole time. And then me and Macy would always say, like, after an episode, we're like, that was a therapy session. It felt like therapy sessions. And it was so good. And then just the busyness of life just pushed it back so far on my priority list. But doing that season we have that's dropping, and even today, I'm having fun right now.
Yeah.
Dude, I love the podcast. I feel like I just need an easier system when it comes to editing. And like right now, I'm just like in the back of my head, like, is that camera recording? I don't know. Like, I need a better system, you know? But we're getting back. The other problem is if you stop, you lose all your momentum, and it's like impossible to get back.
That's what I don't have like any editing. I put all the sounds together and I briefly listen to the beginning and end of each clip to make sure there's audio, and that's it. I tell myself, because that's like the vibe of the podcast. But really it's because I don't have any excuse not to do it then. I hit like 12 buttons total from like Friday night to schedule it for Sunday. Like it's too easy for me not to do.
Yeah.
And then a few weeks ago, and I think it was valid, I recorded basically 3 of the 5 days.
Yeah.
But that's because on Tuesday I went to a celebration of life. For a coworker that meant a lot to me. So I was like not in the mood to try and entertain
for sure,
or to continue to feel these emotions. Mm-hmm. And then to be very candid, that led into one of the worst panic and anxiety attacks I've ever had, where I didn't go to work Wednesday either and was like debilitated in bed and didn't record Wednesday. Yeah, I was like, I'm not going to record from home. And then I talked about that Thursday. But then it was also a nice therapy session. And then the last couple weeks, I'm like, I'm going to record every day. Like, I give myself grace for that. That was it. Like I was like in a bad way, but if I'm not like that, it's 8 minutes while I'm in a car.
Yeah.
Like just talk. It's not always gonna be high quality, but just something.
Dude, it literally so the reason I haven't been listening is because I haven't been consistent in the gym. Mm-hmm. It was one day a week I was just listening to your podcast the whole time in the gym.
Yeah.
So that's why I have been lacking. I need to get caught back up. But yeah, if you just did an episode where it's like, I missed Tuesday, guys, oh well, you know. But I think what you need to focus on is not missing a whole week.
Yeah, which the only time I think I missed a week was it was like week like 9. I just forgot it.
Yeah.
So it would have been week 10. So I just combined the next 2 and said mega episode for episode 10. And I started a thing and now I kind of regret it. My descriptions are all like description and then something in parentheses.
Yeah.
But so that one was like mega episode 10 in parentheses. Act like it's because it's episode 10, not because I forgot to upload last week or something like that.
Yeah.
And I think that one and then episode 20 are the only 2 that have been like majorly scuffed.
Did you have to miss because your honeymoon? I can't remember.
Yes, I did skip a couple weeks, but that was
That
what
was like
would have been like 4 and 5.
Yeah.
So I wasn't that big of a deal to me.
Yeah, for sure. No, that makes sense. But all right, we want to get into this. I have so much more to say of just like random stuff, but I feel like the questions are going to spark some of that.
Yeah, we could do the questions. If we have more, then we can go back to other stuff after.
Yeah, all right. I'm going to switch the camera though real quick. Dude, this is fun, bro.
Always is.
All right, well, one thing I forgot that I remembered when I was literally walking back to this chair is coming up August 27th, I will be at Mizzou. That's why I'm wearing the Mizzou shirt. Shout out Johnson and Scott. Hold on. Boom. Hopefully you can see that. Shout out Johnson and Scott. I grew up a KU fan. I mean, the biggest KU fan. Like, go to school, I got KU socks, shorts, shirt, hoodie, hat, all KU. And I actually got, like, made fun of for it. I was, like, the biggest KU fan, bro. But I've been out to Mizzou. This will be the, like, 6th time I've been there. 3rd time for a pop-up. Bro, y'all have converted me. Like, this is like, some people are going to think this is crazy that I'm wearing I mean, it's technically not a Mizzou shirt, but, I mean, it kind of is a Mizzou shirt.
I mean, it is for you.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's a tiger. These guys literally call it their Mizzou shirt. So, like, I mean, it's like...
If you told me, like, 6 years ago, 7 years ago, you'd be wearing anything with a tiger on it,
hey,
let alone, like, liking Mizzou.
Dude, this just shows you the culture in Columbia, at least from the people that support us. It is different, bro. Our first time in Columbia was a record day for a pop-up. Then it got topped because we went to Dallas, and Dallas topped it. Mm-hmm. But at the time, Columbia had set a record, and I think we might set a record coming up August 27th. So pull up. I'm gonna make a reel out of this, and I'm gonna throw the flyer on the reel. So make sure to screenshot the flyer and show up if you're out in Columbia. Even if you don't go to Mizzou, Javon Khalil, shout out Javon. He goes to school out there, and he pulled up last time. So anybody could come. We're just gonna be there. By we I mean just me, all day. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna leave at 5 a.m. and the event ends at 5 p.m. So I'll be back here at 7. I think the event's from 7 to... I don't even know when the event is, but it's on the flyer, so... We'll see y'all there, bro. It's going to be a good time, so... Anyways. Oh, wait, one more thing. 25% off for all Mizzou students. So our shirts are $40, which if you do the math, that means our shirts are $30 that day if you go to Mizzou. And if you don't go to Mizzou, just say you go to Mizzou because I don't need your ID. People bring me their IDs, and I'm like, bro, it ain't that deep. Like, I trust you, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Sick.
We'll see y'all there. Anyways, let's get into this.
Okay, so I got 5 categories. Okay. I feel like that's a good amount.
Yeah.
So I'll say each one. I'll score it 1 out of 10. I'll let you score it 1 out of 10, and then we can talk about it.
Why. Yeah.
As soon as we start to hit like a downslope, I'll roll into the next one.
Okay.
So I'm gonna start.
And because we will spend 30 minutes on one.
Yeah.
But also if we're cooking, like we will. You know?
I'm not gonna mess with the flow, but I'm also not gonna let us we're gonna get to all 5.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay. Let's
so the first one felt very fitting for the podcast in this. It's mental health / mental clarity.
Okay, and y'all got to participate. Remember, go to the comments. Get ready to start typing.
Type it in your notes. Copy and paste it into the comments after. So I'll start so you get a little bit of time each time to talk about it.
Okay.
I would say right now, in mental health, mental clarity, I know is a little different, but it feels close enough. I want to put them together. I would say I'm at like a 7.5. Yeah. I think my room for growth, that 2.5 or 3, is that I'm kind of on a roller coaster, and I think it's unrealistic to feel like you're always going to be at your best mentally.
Yeah.
So like that is not why I'm not at a 10, but it is that I'm so up and down, and sometimes it's like day to day of like I have rough days where like I'm beating myself up. I feel like I'm not doing anything right. I'm anxious. I'm worried all the time, but I've gotten better about understanding that that's just in the moment and that's just that day. And I feel like I've had more good days, specifically recently. Like I've put in a lot of work. So
Yeah.
like 7.5.
Huh. That's a tough one because you could ask me that right now and I would say like a 9.
Yeah.
But you could ask me that earlier today and I would say like a 2.
Mhm.
But it's not off of like the old days when I would say 1 or a 2. That was like because I was like depressed and grieving, all this stuff. Nowadays, it's not sadness. Bro, I've been angry, which is weird for me. I don't get angry.
That's not a
but I've
foster
just
emotion.
noticed that recently throughout the days, I'm just like, I don't even want to even call it like anger, like I want to fight somebody. It's more like just like determined. Like I am grinding. I know what I want. I'm running for it. And like, if things come in the way of that, I get like very like PO'd. Let's just say that.
I feel like frustrated.
Yeah.
Is better. Like angry, because angry
Yeah.
is like I want to punch something, but
Yeah.
frustrated is like, argh.
Like the other day, we had a friend, not one of my friends, well, I guess she's one of my friends. She's one of my wife's friends, telling us about some drama. And the person that is probably actually watching this, it's not you, it's somebody else. I promise it. Because this happened twice. But one time was legit. One time someone that I guarantee is not watching this. She was just telling us like this problem. I don't even want to get into it, but when she said it, in my head I was like, it like broke my brain. Like it's like I can't even think about this.
Like a why does it matter?
Yes, like
Yeah.
I'm like I have so many things to think about. Like I can't even comprehend this thought, and it made me so mad. And I'm like, why am I mad? Like it's not that deep, but it's just because like I don't know. I just get irritated at the most random things, and it's just because I'm very determined towards wanting. I have a lot of goals. I don't even want to say them on here, but I have a lot of goals that I'm going for right now.
Yeah.
And like when things get my brain like thinking about something else, I'm like, ugh, I don't want to even like.
You're annoyed that that's taking up space and like
in my
your brain and your effort.
Yes.
That something else
Yes,
could be.
exactly. So like I don't even know, bro. I think I'm like a 5 right now.
Yeah.
Like to be honest, because like right now, like I'm like a 10, but that's because it's Friday night and we have 2 events tomorrow and we're doing a podcast right now. But
yeah, my right now is a lot higher than a 7.5.
Yeah.
I had the benefit of like having time to reflect on as a whole.
Yeah, for sure. And then I think I would also say a 5 just because. So here's an example of my current mental health situation right now. Like we went to Destin at the end of June, right?
Mm-hmm.
So leading up to Destin, I'm like, I am not taking one day off for like, it was like 45 days in a row. I had like Sunday afternoons off because I want to take Sundays off because it's like the Lord's Day.
Right.
But it was like downtown days. It was, there was two events in one day that month. There was no time for a day off. So I was like, screw it, I'm going to earn this vacation, bro.
Yeah.
So I earned the vacation. And on vacation, the first couple days on vacation, I couldn't let myself be on vacation. I was still in this like wired state. But the last 2 days, I was like, just like chilling. And then we get in the car to come home. And the closer we get to home, the more I feel a feeling that I haven't felt. And what I realized, I was feeling pressure. It's like I'm feeling pressure come back. It's like in vacation, I had no pressure. I was like, I'm chilling out here. But the closer we got back here, I'm like, wow, I didn't realize that vacation made me realize that I'm under so much pressure that I put on my dang self. Like nobody puts this on me. I put it on myself because I buy 3,000 shirts.
And now all of a sudden you're in 3,000 shirt debt.
Yeah.
That
So now
you gotta make sure you work out.
Yes. And I enjoy the press. I wouldn't want it any other way. I have this theory, like people are always like, I want to blow up. It's like, you're not even in a physical capable situation to blow up. Like I always was like, I want this merch to blow up. I'm like, I have 50 shirts in a box.
Right.
It's not going to blow up. Like I did this investment to put this pressure on myself to give us the opportunity that blowing up's even a realm of possibility right now. So, but like I'm saying, like I have that pressure. I have the roofing job is like, as much as I do love it, I'll come out and say I do love it, but bro, it is very, you gotta be on your stuff. Cause like you were saying about the pool thing, you forget one little detail and next you know, you're the reason that someone is so upset and they have every right to be upset. They're paying $25,000 for a roof out of pocket.
Yeah.
Like, and you screwed it up, you know? So it's just like I've also learned I actually have a good memory. I never really thought that about myself, but recently I've noticed like, wow, I remember the littlest things. But then you go on vacation and you forget everything. So like, I just felt like pressure coming back. So it's weird for my mental health because I'm used to like, if I'm saying my mental health's bad, it's because of depression or something. It's not that at all. I feel under so much pressure that I've, like I said, put on myself. Nobody put it on me. I put it on my dang self. Mm-hmm. But it still exists, and it's still weird to even. So I would say I'm at a 5 right now, but I'm hoping that 6 months from now, I'm hoping it's at a 10 because there's a couple tweaks that I can make here in the next couple weeks, couple months that can change everything. I know what they are. They're just very difficult to act on.
Yeah. What I like is that I feel like even if I said a 2,
yeah,
I like the path and the like systems I've set up for myself to try and get better.
Yeah.
Better than I did 3, 4, 5 years ago. Like
yeah.
even the days that I'm not feeling good, I feel better about my ability to get out of that and like improve than I did before. And I think yours is kind of the same where like you're a 5 not because you're depressed, you're a 5 because you're stressed because of things you do and have control of, or at least a lot of it.
The weird thing is I'm not stressed at all. Like I'm not stressed. Like there's a difference. Like stress is like whenever I feel like you get stressed whenever you don't know what's going to happen. I know exactly what's going to happen. Yeah. I just know it's so much. I see the mountain. I know what I have to do to climb it.
Yeah.
But it's just like, oh my gosh, I have to do this. When I was in school, I'd be stressed over a test because I'm like, I don't know what's going to be on the test. I don't know if I'm going to know it. Like, I feel like there's a difference between stressed and what I'm feeling because I've felt stressed. I don't feel stressed.
Yeah.
I just feel like, holy crap, bro.
Yeah.
But then, do you know what the quote is? Don't complain that you got a lot on your plate when you said you wanted to eat.
I saw that recently
I
somewhere.
said that probably because I keep saying that on Instagram.
Maybe that's where it was, but I think that's sick.
Bro, and that's the truth. I used to, in college, be like, I can't wait to get out of college. I'm going to go so hard. Well, here I am going so hard.
Yeah.
Can't really complain about it. But since we're talking about it, I'll tell you how I feel.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't make it not true.
Yeah.
And it doesn't feel like it's just like you're just saying it as it is. You're not saying like, oh my God, I'm annoyed that I'm pressured.
Yeah.
It's just a fact that you are.
Yeah.
So I think I like that saying a lot. That's a good one.
Dude, let's go. Shout out to whoever I saw it on Instagram from. I didn't make that up.
I think I saw on like a mom's Facebook first.
Probably.
That's like a mom Facebook thing.
Oh my gosh. Okay, wait. Let me say one more thing. So this is, and I want to move on because I'm talking a lot, but this is such a good question for me because this is what I've been thinking about all day. This is why I'm under pressure. Roofing by itself is a very high pressure job, keeping track of everything. Running a clothing brand by itself, well, sometimes it really is not that deep. But whenever you invest as much as we have right now, it becomes a lot of pressure. But the big thing is the speaking gigs. We're getting flooded with requests right now. And I can't even have the time to go through all of them, send them all, get on phone calls with all of them. I don't even have the time right now. Yeah. It's like I need to hire an assistant, but I don't have any money to hire an assistant. So it's like, it's this weird thing. Like, today I had to send out like W-9, like for tax forms. And like, bro, I literally still haven't done it. Like after this, I have to do that. Yeah. Like as we're sitting here talking, I'm like, crap, I need to do that.
Yeah. So I've started doing a to-do list every morning.
Yeah.
Like I have like a work, it's mostly a work planner, but I use it for some personal stuff. Cause if I don't have a to-do list, I'm going to forget things. And when I know I have a lot of stuff to do, but I don't have it written down, I get more overwhelmed. But then you put it down and it rationalizes that it's still a lot, but it's not as much. You're like, okay, you're not going, oh, I'm so busy, I can't figure out what I'm going to do. You go, okay, I've got these 15 things and I got 8 hours to do them.
Yeah.
Let's get to it. And it that's helped me focus a ton.
Definitely.
Because if I don't, I do the same thing where I'm sitting there and I'll be laying out at night and I go, oh my, I was supposed to order this thing at work today. I gotta, oh no, I gotta do it tomorrow morning. But it's 7:30 and I'm probably gonna forget it by 5:30 when I wake. It's bad. To-do list.
Dude, I was doing a to-do list and I kind of got lazy with it. But that also goes back to when I realized I have a great memory. I don't forget things. I just might remember them very late at night.
I have an annoying memory because I remember the most random and specific and stupid things about like conversations. And sometimes I remember very meaningful, very important things. And then vice versa. Sometimes I forget things that I should remember.
Yeah.
But then I remember like the little things around it. Like I feel like I have the dots to connect and I can't. I wouldn't say I have a good memory. But I have a specific memory.
Mm-hmm. Dude, and then the things I forget, because someone's gonna hear me say that and they're like, bro, you forgot to call me. I do forget like little like, not to say that a conversation with you on the phone's a little thing, but in the grand scheme of things, like I forget little things like that. But and then yeah, dude, so like it's also hard to make a to-do list because like today I thought I was gonna be off at like 1:30, and on my way from Kearney back to the office, I get a call. And this guy wants a cash bid for his roof. He was going to go through insurance. Now he wants a just out-of-pocket bid. Mm-hmm. And I could have just said, I'll come Monday, but I was like, it's 1:30. Screw it. I'll go do it. As on my way to do that, I get a call. Oh, this person needs this. Okay, now. So roofing makes it tough because I don't know. Like, I'll wake up and be like, I have nothing to do today. And then I'll not get off till 7 because I had so much to do in the day. So
that's why I've actually started. A big part of my job is like organizing the construction team. Because before now they've built good pools, but in kind of an unorganized way. And we've learned we used to try and like every week we'd sit down and like write out what they're going to do each day.
Yeah.
But that's really hard to predict in construction. You got 8 hours of work each day. You got weather to try and predict. You got guys calling out or being sick or whatever. So we've just started writing a to-do list of the order of things we have to do for a pool.
Yeah.
So when they come in on Monday, and we'll try and guess the week. We'll say like if everything works, this is what it should be. But you're going to go in and you're going to do these 2 things on Monday. And then if you finish that, you're going to go to these things. And then you're going to go down. And maybe by Friday at Willow won't be that next thing. But I forgot to send an email for work. I just remember that. Not that important. It's because I didn't do a to-do list today.
Oh my goodness.
I had too many meetings to go to. Anyway, let's go to category 2 because that's
hey, comment your answer to that. That was a long one, but we're actually gonna go quicker. 1 second. Let me check the camera. I will be so mad. Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
We're good. All right. Question 2.
Okay. Category number 2.
Category
is
2.
Current like relationships, like obviously our wives, our family, our friends, things like that. I would say I feel like I'm at a really good point right now. Because everyone, it's going to sound bad, everyone that's meaningful to me in my life, I feel like, almost everyone, I feel like I'm making meaningful communication and connection with. Even if it's like, I still have Wesley, who still lives in Wichita, so I don't get to see him as often. We still talk and catch up and like maintain a good relationship. When he's in town, we go like do something. And then a lot of my friends moved back into Jason, Drew, and Hudson moved back into town, and I've been making a good effort. And then with my wife, I think it was partially because of like getting married changes something, even though not a lot changed for us, but also just as time has gone on, I felt a lot more comfortable communicating. I used to have a problem of like shutting down and not communicating my feelings and assuming the worst of what a conversation could be. I've gotten better. So I feel like we're in a really good place because I'm able to say, hey, I feel this way about this thing. And then we were just on a different page. We get on the same page and it's so much better.
Yeah.
I feel like I've put in a lot of work with all my friendships and relationships to be there. And I'm at like a 9.5. Like there's probably room to grow. So I don't want to say 10, but like I feel up there with where I'm at because that like also the work-life balance I was saying and like being intentional about that time allows me to have the time in the room to go to my parents' house on Saturday night for dinner because I didn't have plans. So we're going to go cook dinner and watch a movie with my parents. And so I get that time with my parents, or we're going to go mini golfing on this day. Like that kind of thing. I'm giving myself time and grace because those relationships mean more to me than almost anything else.
Yeah, no, definitely. And you could give yourself a 9, but I would give you a 10 from my perspective because, dude, like, I really appreciate that drone shot you took for us. That was
until it went down.
I just want to tell everybody, this dude showed up to until it went down. We got to, okay, time. We got to put that in here.
Yeah.
We'll get to it. Okay, so this dude showed up. The event starts at 7. The team meeting was at 6. He showed up at 4:30, which is when I showed up to the summer event to help me set up. And your wife, shout out McKenna. So thank you for that, bro. Like, genuinely, that meant a ton to me. It might felt like a little thing to you, but it was a huge thing for me. Because dude, most of the time it's just me.
Yeah.
Or
I mean,
me and Macy.
for the last 4 years, I've always felt like I want to help, but I don't want to overstep, and I don't want to like assume that I can be more important or help more. But then at some point I realized, and you said it, like me saying, hey, let me know if you want help. You not asking doesn't mean you don't want my help. It just means there's so much going on that like thinking to ask me isn't going to be a priority. And so
that's
instead of saying, let me know if you want to help, I said, hey, I got a drone. Could I come fly at an event? I think that'd be awesome for you if no one else got it.
And I said yes, and I kind of forgot I even.
Yeah. You're
and
like,
then you showed up. I was like, this dude's awesome,
yeah.
bro.
I mean, I've known you since I was like 7.
Yeah.
And this is such a big thing. And to shout myself out, and the only one I knew what day, like I knew the founding date, and I actually like genuinely knew it.
Yeah.
I did check it with Macy before I raised my hand to answer, so I didn't embarrass myself, but I was correct because like I haven't listened to every single episode of the podcast, and I haven't bought a piece of merch from every single drop.
Yeah.
But I've watched most of the episodes, and I've bought most of the merch, and like
sure.
I have loved seeing the journey, and so feeling like I'm a part of it, like I'm about to help with my second pop-up event tomorrow, like
at Belton.
that's fun to me. Like it doesn't feel like work. It doesn't feel
exactly.
It feels like building our relationship and like my support to you, so it's easy.
That's why Jack Fields, when he shows up, dude, he's sold thousands of shirts for the brand. And he will not take $1 because he's like, this is not work. This is me helping my friend do something great.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, that means, and he knows I don't take anything from it. So he's like, I don't want to take anything if you're not taking anything.
Yeah. I'm passing on, I'm being a part of passing on a great message. And every time I've hung out with like some of my best friends in the world, I went to a pop event and I hung out with Carson all day. Like
and that event sucked.
Like
that event
from what I heard,
Yeah.
not the best event for me to have gone to. And I had a great time.
There you go.
Like that one, I showed up a couple hours early, but I got to hang out with my wife, with you, and Macy, like 3 people that I love spending time with.
Yeah.
And it didn't take long to set up, so it was mostly just actually hanging out and spending time together. And tomorrow, me and Carson get to hang out for 3 or 4 hours together.
And you'll hear some good stories in Belton, I'm sure of it, because we have so much support there. But I don't want to spend too much time on this, but this dude did fly the drone at the event and wrecked it into a tree, and I'm definitely going to put that video in this.
Okay, to briefly explain what happened. So there was one tree. There was one obstacle the whole time. And I had my wife, let me finish the story before you think I'm throwing her under the bus. I had her spotting me anytime I was going anywhere near the roof of El Dorado or that tree. And she would tell me, hey, I think you're going to hit it, and I'd stop. That was the last shot because I needed to land it because the battery sucks, and I was like, I need to save it for the end. I said, hey, I'm going to land it after this shot. She heard I'm going to land it. So she looked away, and the one time she wasn't spotting as I finished the shot was my really wide shot, and I hit the tree. Macy was in the middle of talking, went, and the entire crowd looks at me, and I run over, make sure it's okay, because it's a work drone.
Yeah.
It ended up fine. Okay. Yeah. There one wing a little bit snapped, but there's a bunch of replacements for those. Okay. But then I go, flying a drone, having fun. Oh my gosh, I broke a work drone. Okay, it's okay. Spencer, come talk in front of 50 people. And then they just called me up there, and I can't control my emotions.
Yeah.
I didn't see in the video what I said. I talked for a few minutes.
There is no video.
I think I said the same 3 things 6 times each. I think I was like, man, Foster, great brand. Like, it's awesome. You guys are a great part of it. By the way, Foster, great brand. You guys are a part of it. It was so, I had such great stuff I could have talked about in relation to like mental health. I've gone through 3 like major funerals in the last 9 months that have all had like major mental, like, hey, think about where you're at in life. Yeah. And I didn't mention any of it.
Hey, bro, you were on the spot, and literally, it's so true. He was like walking with his drone, and I'm like, Spencer, come up here, because I just was trying to find somebody. I just saw you. I didn't realize that. I just said your name, and then my mom was like, "Go," and you're like, "Okay, boom."
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna go no in front of everyone. Well, after embarrassing myself with crashing a drone, I'm not gonna also embarrass myself saying no.
I opened up the mic because I have this belief that if you give someone just an opportunity to succeed, they pretty much deliver 9 times out of 10. Like, I kind of learned that through wiffle ball. Like, the most random kid would get up to bat, smack a dinger, and everyone's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Isn't that true?
Yeah.
Like, if you give someone an opportunity, they most of the time come through. You'd be surprised.
Yeah.
Like, but anyways, all right.
Relationships.
That was crazy. Yeah, relationships. Me and Macy, 20 out of 10. Like, bro, we just had some crazy stuff go down literally an hour before this. Our dog Maverick, you probably know him if you know this podcast. I look out on our balcony at our apartment, and he's just jumping around playing, and I look closer. There's just a swarm of wasps flying around him. I'm like, holy. So I grab a rag, start freaking swinging it all around. And I knew he had to have been stung because he was playing with wasps. Like, bro. So then like 10 minutes later, his face is just swollen. I'm like, oh no. So I texted you. I was not canceling though, because this is like the last chance I have to record for like 2 weeks. But anyways, texted you, went to the vet. I didn't want to go to the vet because it's a lot of money, but we went, and it was only like $100. So
That's not too bad.
I thought it was gonna be like $600.
Yeah.
But no, I didn't want to pay that. That would have sucked. But anyways, yeah, he's fine though. Don't worry about him. He's just fine. But me and Macy is great. But as far as friendships, bro, this sounds bad, but if I don't consider you a brother, I just don't have time right now. Like, and that's horrible to say, but there's a quote by Dave Ramsey. He says he wants to live like no one else right now, so one day in the future he can live and give like no one else. I don't know. I'm a Dave Ramsey freaking fanboy right now, but that's kind of my mindset right now. I'm trying to live like no one else. Like, I don't have time to hang out, really. I mean, I kind of do. I want to have more time, but at the same time, I don't want to have more time because I want to build this up. I want to build something great and then give back. Like, I want this to get so big to where, like, all of us can be a part of it one day. And maybe not as, like, a career, but at least as something, like, that brings so much fulfillment to all of us. And, you know, like, when I have kids and stuff, all this grind is going to probably be on a somewhat of a pause. So it's like, now's my time. And yeah, I'm just going so hard with this. It's really not done good. So I'm going to say with Macy, 20 out of 10. Friendships, bro, literally 0 out of 10. Like, I don't see people. And I don't know. I'm also the type of friend where now that I think this thought, I might up it a little bit because I'm the type of guy that you cannot see me for 4 years and then see me again and nothing's changed on my end. I don't know about you.
I was going to tell you year 0 is wrong for 2 reasons. One,
Okay.
what you just said is you make it easy to be friends with you, and like that you give the type of friendship and the type of attention when you give it that you don't need to be as constant of a friend.
Okay,
like,
that's fair.
like I think the support and the understanding and like the type of friend you are, because you're right, we could not talk for 6 months and you'd still come up and you'd immediately like be interested. Hey, how's work going? And you would ask questions and you care about people.
Yeah.
You don't see people as often because for a good reason. It's not like you're just bumming around at home. Like, you're choosing not to.
Dude.
And I think your brand has built relationships. Obviously, you and Macy, like, you guys are so in it together. I think it's helped it a ton. But like, you and Carson are, I feel like, almost as close as you've ever been because you're in this together. You and Jack. Like, I think this helps you build friendships and relationships with people that you might not have. Like, I've known you since I was 6 or 7, whatever I said, 6, 7. And if you didn't have Underwater Fly Zone and I didn't see you, if I saw you as often as I do now, not outside of Underwater Fly Zone, I'd see you significantly less. And I think we would not have as deep as a friendship because of the podcast and because of helping at events and because of helping of things like that. Because it's such an easy way for you to connect with the people that care about you to like care back to them.
Yeah, that's fair.
But also, yeah, you don't hang out with people, so it's not like a 10.
Yeah. No, it's definitely not,
It's
a
not
10.
a 10.
Definitely not a 10. But, man, there was one guy that I played tennis in high school. I don't know if y'all know this. I played tennis, and it was lit. Like, Raypec Tennis, shout out. My doubles partner, Grant Hutch. His last name's Hutchin. Hutching? Okay.
I think Hutchings.
We just called him Hutch, so
Yeah.
I never really... But shout out Grant if you're watching this. I don't think he probably does. Maybe he does. I don't know. But I haven't seen that dude since graduation day. And I saw him at your wedding, and I felt like an 18-year-old again. Mm-hmm. I was like, bro... I went up and hugged him like, bro, what's up, bro? Dude, it was like nothing had changed. And I'm 25 now. Last time I saw him, I was literally 18. And that's insane. Yeah. That is literally insane. But, dude, I love that about, I hope people have that understanding with me. Like, bro, nothing has changed on my end at all. I don't care who you are. Nothing's changed. But there are those people where you won't see them and then you'll see them and you're like, okay, something's changed, but it's not me. Yeah. I don't know what changed about you, but no, shout out Grant and anybody like that. I need to switch the camera again.
Yeah.
Segment
And then
3.
we'll go into category 3.
Okay, drop your comment for that question.
Yeah.
All right. This is just good to talk again. Man.
Okay.
Sheesh.
Category 3.
Okay.
And this is one you like momentarily touched on without knowing, is physical health.
Oh,
and
yeah,
I say this one
I figured that was coming.
partially to talk like because it has been a conscious part of what I've been doing. I would say physical health, I'll give myself like a 4.5 because it is the like effort I'm putting in is all of that. Because in terms of like what shape I'm in, I'm like not in great physical shape. Like other than playing pickleball, getting in doubles pickleball shape, which is even less than singles, I'm not anywhere near where I should be.
That's fair.
But I've been like, I like go to the gym and I've been doing that. So
Yeah.
I'm making an effort to get better, which is where like 4 of that 4.5 comes in.
Yeah.
But I have a lot of room to grow in terms of like, I don't think I could run 2 miles. And a lot of people maybe couldn't, but for me, like that's very behind the curve. Like I ran 2 miles in 11 minutes 6 or 7 years ago or 8 years ago, whatever, for soccer. And now I don't physically think I could. That's really the disappointing part, is just how easily I get like winded and out of shape. So that's where a lot of it is not where it should be.
Dude, it's kind of funny because pickleball's been my endurance recently too, because me and Macy go play.
I need to play singles. When I play singles, that's a lot better cardio than like
playing
doubles.
singles against Macy is a little different than playing singles.
Yeah.
But low-key, she's getting pretty good.
Yeah.
No, I think she's actually pretty good. So, I don't know. Maybe not. I want to see how good you are, because I feel like you actually play pretty competitive.
I play quite a bit.
Yeah.
And I'm better at singles than doubles.
Interesting.
I'm not a confident person in general. I feel pretty confident I'm pretty decent at pickleball.
Well, we should play. Because
Okay.
I feel like I'm good, but okay, this is my answer. I love this episode because it's going to like timestamp right how we feel right now.
Yeah.
Because as of right now, I'm at like a 3 or a 4 because physical health. I in slow pitch softball, I slid into a base and jammed my shoulder. Bro, I could barely move this arm. Like I can't. Today when the one wasp got in our house or our apartment, and I took my shoe and went to throw it, and I forgot about my arm, and I was like, oh. I was like, oh. So I'm sitting there screaming. There's a wasp flying around. Maverick stung, and Macy's just like, she wasn't freaking out.
She doesn't know where to go.
Yeah,
she
like,
got 3 things to solve and no one to help her.
So my arm is cooked right now. So when we play pickleball, it needs to be in a couple months because when we go play, I have to play lefty right now. Like it's bad, and I don't get hurt. I'm not the type of guy that gets hurt. I really don't get hurt often, but right now my shoulder's jacked up. My gym routine is not on point because I'm too busy. You're never too busy. It's can you prioritize the gym high enough? And I just can't. I just haven't been prioritizing it in its proper place. So the one thing that keeps my number not at like a 2, I would say I'm a 4, is I've been eating pretty healthy, bro. You can't live with Macy and not eat healthy. She won't even we don't buy, like I kind of let her buy all the food and stuff because honestly, I'm so busy. I used to be a picky eater. I'm so busy now, like I just eat whatever
ends up in front of you.
Yeah, so I'm like, Macy, whatever you want, you make it, and whatever you make, I'm gonna eat. I don't care.
Yeah.
So yeah, and she only eats like crazy healthy stuff. So.
I've been better about not snacking, and like the like meals or whatever. I'm not eating like a bucket of grease, but I'm not like trying to make that super healthy.
Yeah.
Snacking is where I was going pretty bad, and that's gotten all better.
That helped me whenever I moved out of here because my parents would buy just the little bags of chips just for a snack. And they buy it because they'll just eat one if they're hungry. Bro, I would eat like half of the bags. Like I'd eat like 4 bags of Cheetos, 2 bags of Doritos, and then you just feel horrible.
Never good.
Yeah, it's like, why did I do that?
Yeah. So I do all the grocery shopping. I let myself get no more than one like snack or like craving thing a week. Like I can get a bag of Twizzlers, but that means I don't get a bag of Doritos as well. Like I get just the Twizzlers, that's it. And I try and make that whatever I get last 2 weeks. Like a bag of Twizzlers split over 14 days, it's not the end of the world. Especially considering where I had been, where it's like a bag of Twizzlers over 2 days. like it's all about comparing to myself.
For sure.
Have you heard of the 75 hard and 75 soft?
Yeah.
me and McKenna are going to make our own version. We were talking about this week because she's currently in the middle of her like hard work schedule.
Yeah.
So we don't get a bunch of time to just like sit and be together. But we're going to make, I don't know if it's 75 Harris, I guess. I don't know, whatever. But catered to not just our goals, but also our lifestyle. Because if you say like that is 1 or 2 30 or 45-minute workouts a day. Well, if McKenna works on Tuesday and Wednesday night, she can't do that Wednesday because she works from 7 p.m. on Tuesday into 7 a.m. on Wednesday, drives home, gets home by 8, asleep by 9.
Yeah.
Wakes up at 5, gets up, gets ready, eats dinner, leaves for work by 6:05.
Yeah, it's just not even physically possible.
And then goes to work from 7 to midnight.
So in that case, you would not have the time for that specific day.
Physically can't. Yeah. So we can make it where, say you have to be active 5 days a week, but her 3 work days count as 3 of her 5. So and so then of her other 4 days, we're gonna go on a walk, we're gonna do yoga, we're gonna play pickleball, whatever, for 2 of those 4 days. But then I also have to be active 5 days.
Yeah.
Because I don't have the work excuse. I get off at like 2:30 or 3.
Uh-huh.
Because I get to work at 6:30 or 7 in the morning.
Well, and you gotta kind of be mindful of what is your career. Like for McKenna, she's up and busting butt all day.
It genuinely is a workout. Yeah. She's up and moving and walking.
But if your job is like going to like a desk job, then you got to be like, okay, for my actual health, like I got to find some sort of discipline for this. Mm-hmm. But for McKenna, it's like, bruh, this is my work.
Like you don't have to be as active outside of work when your work is active, which is my new job. I am up and moving at least a little bit more. I used to be like pretty much just at a desk, but I need to be more active outside of work than she does. So making goals for physical health. I'm going to jump to number 4 because it ties to what we're talking about anyway.
Okay.
It is consistency. This is across the board because before I went too much into it with physical health.
Wait, can you tell me 5 real quick? Just because I just want to hear it. Because I could I think I know what 5 is.
What do you think it is?
Is it confidence?
No.
Okay, then we're good.
For consistency.
Okay.
It is genuinely across the board. I would say I'm at like a 6.5 now, but with like the drive to be at like a 9, where like a few months ago I was at like a 2 with the drive of a 9, and so I've gotten up to where I'm at. So I feel very confident in 6 months I'm gonna be higher than a 6.5, but across the board because I've been active more, and I always say it's being active, not working out, because it's not always going to the gym for me. It's gym or pickleball or a walk or I've done yoga some with McKenna, which I wouldn't have thought I liked.
Yeah.
Been a fan.
Yeah, me too. I like yoga.
I'm active way more. I'm reading way more instead of being on my phone. At work, I'm being better about what I want to do. I'm being better about spending time with friends and family. And I have a lot of room and places I want to grow. So that's why I'm at 6.5. But I am 3 times as good as I was 4 months ago.
Yeah. That's an interesting one.
It's a fun one. I thought the like least predictable one.
I feel like I'm forced to be consistent.
Yeah.
Like back in college, it was like I'm all this motivation. I'm like, let's go, baby. I've been to the gym 40 days straight, or like some crazy stuff in Maryville. But now it's like I have no choice. If I don't be consistent, something's gonna fail. Mm-hmm. So like I gotta be up at 6 a.m. If I wake up at 7. I am now staying up an hour later because I have to do stuff all day. Yeah. So like I wake up at 7 or at 6. I'm on a roof by 7:30, and then like I gotta try to be off work by like 2 or 3 because I got probably 5 hours in this basement shipping orders and stuff. And then if I have any speaking gigs to respond to or phone calls, I mean that's till like 8 o'clock. Mm-hmm. So if there's any lack of consistency in there. And there will be those times where I sit down because our apartment's also no elevator, 2 levels. So like I'll sit and I'm like, I've been on 5 roofs. I'm tired. It's 110 degrees out here. I don't want to climb up these stairs. And I'll just get on my phone and I'll start scrolling. Then I'll look and I'm like, oh my gosh, I just wasted 20 minutes. Yeah. And then because I wasted 20 minutes, now I'm going to be up till 10, 11 o'clock.
And tomorrow's going to be even worse.
Yeah, and that show me and Macy wanted to watch tonight, can't watch it because I literally have to work all night. Mm-hmm. And I'm like that, dude. So it's like, for consistency, I would still not give myself I'd give myself like a 6, because I need to really get specific, and this is why I said in 6 months I hopefully can be a better rating on the first question. I need to really get specific on systems, like cutting things off. Like, no, you called me to come look at your roof. I'll do it tomorrow. I don't have to do it right now because at 3:00 I'm going to the gym before I come work down here. Like, I need to put some systems in place, which is why I'm gonna say I'm at a 6. But this is also one where I should be at a 10. Like, I should be at a 10 very soon.
I'm a big like schedule guy.
Yeah.
And post college has been nice to me in that way because I'm going to work from this time to this time, Monday through Friday. On Sundays, McKenna's grandma makes a family dinner. Like, there are so many things that are tied to times.
Yeah.
And like, I've got my calendar. I've started putting my calendar 3 weeks ahead, go to gym after work. Like, I've started using that because in college, everything was so like fly by the seat of your pants. Every day was different.
Yeah.
I mean, college, your classes were different. And then organizations had meetings at random times, and every day and every week and every moment was different, and it was hard to feel consistent because you feel like you're just trying to like stay afloat, like just get everything done with. Whereas now I can set goals and I can figure out what I need to do to reach them, and I can lay it out, and it's made it a lot easier.
Yeah.
To if I, as long as I want to be consistent, the layout and the foundation is there.
I do miss that about teaching, knowing what time you got to be there, what time you're leaving. And I like, but if you would ask me this back then, I would have said like a 3 or a 2 or a 3, because I would tell myself like, I'm going to start waking up, because I didn't have to be at the school till 8. So that, I mean, 8's not that early. Like, that's kind of later in the day. Like, I could have woke up at 6, went to the gym before school, and I always said I would do it. And I did not. I said I would do that the whole time I was teaching. It wasn't even like I tried it. I didn't even go one time. Like, so I should have been like a 2 back then.
Yeah.
But I've gotten better.
I like it because I chose my work schedule.
Yeah.
Of like, I just need to be there between like 6:30 and 7. And I try to get there 6:30. Sometimes I'm there at like 6. Sometimes I just wake up a little early and I'm feeling good. But and I'm gonna work 7.5 to 9.5 hours on a day, depending on what kind of groove I'm in. If I want to leave at 7.5 or 8 hours, I can, as long as I'm getting everything I need to get done. I'm working about 40 hours in a week, and like, I'm not slacking off. I'm not gonna leave after 3 hours.
Yeah.
But I'm able to do it on some days because today I just had a 10-hour day that I chose to have. I set up meetings in that way because like, I'm gonna be able to make it back up at some other point, and so it's nice because I have a schedule, but it's my schedule.
Dude, that is so cool. I like that. I think I would like your job too.
It's a good time. Last category.
This category. What time?
This is an overall one. Is just overall life satisfaction, like across the board. How satisfied are you with where you are now? And not even, I wouldn't even put it as like a, how satisfied are you compared to where you want to be?
Yeah.
Because I don't think you should ever want to be a 10. Like, if you feel like fulfilled, I think you're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
Like, you should always have bigger and better goals.
For sure.
But in general, how satisfied are you right now? I would say I'm like an 8, 8.5. I would say where I'm lacking is I still don't, honestly, it's the physical health thing, is like, I'm not satisfied with how I physically feel very often. And like, not to be stereotypical, don't like seeing myself in a mirror. Like, I don't like what I see looking back at myself, specifically around the gut region. Like I'm not a fan of that. But overall I'm pretty satisfied with. Like, I've got a great wife. Like, that the marriage has been great. The relationship for 8 years has been great. Like, it's not, I didn't expect any different, but like, I'm so lucky being in a great relationship. I'm very satisfied with my friendships. Like, I feel good about, I've got a career set up at 23 if I want to take it. Like, that is awesome. If I can get my physical health, and I don't care about my weight, and I don't fully care about how I look, but I feel like crap, and what I see in the mirror like backs that up. If I feel good, but I don't look like Chris Evans, that's fine. Like, I could look like Jack Black. If I feel okay, I feel okay.
Yeah.
But I feel bad, and the mirror is like confirming why I should. So if I can figure that out, if I can just feel physically healthier, I'll be satisfied. I still have goals to improve other places, but like,
For sure.
doing all right.
Yeah, and then also if you like think of it in a different perspective, it's like, think about all the people in other countries that are like starving, or even the people in
Absolutely.
like right down the road. Even it's like it's very easy to do that and say 10, but then you got to think that's not the reality I'm living.
Yeah.
So I can't just not strive for more because
Yeah.
So
I also
it's an interesting question.
like some people are like they're not sure they're gonna have food on the table
Yeah.
3 times a day, but then the other side, there's people who have all of the like superficial things, like, and honestly I see a lot of it because of the field I work in, where like they have a lot of money, they have a house, they have kids,
I'm sure you do.
but they seem so frustrated with life.
Uh-huh.
They seem so fed up, and it's one of two things. One, they're acting rich when they're not, but that's just a theory, and like I'm not going to assume that's true, but like
Yeah.
I think that would make me stress if I'm acting like I have money I don't.
Yeah.
Or two, it's like that's not everything. Like having a big house and having like superficial money things is not just going to inherently make you happy. Like throwing money at things is not good. I'm not saying I don't want some more money and I don't want nice things,
Yeah,
but
for sure.
I just, that's not everything. Like all of the things I listed that are why I'm satisfied are all like emotional and like connection things. And that's
Yeah.
what's important to me.
Okay, how should I? Okay, so you are who you are today because of every single thing that's happened to you throughout your whole life, right? Like everything that's happened to you has turned you into who you are in this exact moment. And then the things you're doing right now are turning you into who you will be in the moment down the road. Like what we do today is building us into the person that we will be when we're 30, 35, 40. So when I think of it like that, I'm going to say a 10 because I am doing something that I am legitimately passionate about. I'm giving myself the chance for it to actually succeed. We've been making a significant impact. We haven't lost, this is a huge thing, we haven't lost the why behind this as actual successes came in. And like, you even feel it, or at least I know me, Carson, and Jack have felt it at events where we know we're killing it.
Mm-hmm.
And you see the people walk by that kind of like glare at your booth, like kind of like low-key hating. You could tell they have some weird energy. And you have that urge to like flex on them or something. Be like,
Yeah.
oh, bro. And we never have let those urges or those, the urge to like, lose the reason behind this. We never let that overcome our passion for this. And, we've just kept the why behind it this whole time. And for that, I want to say a 10. And I know that when I'm 30, I'll look back on my 25-year-old self and be like, I'm sure there'll be things where I'm like, man, I should have seen that and I should have not been doing that and I should have been doing that. But I know for a fact, I'll know that I was genuinely giving my all every single day and I genuinely was trying as hard as I possibly could every single day. And for that, I want to say a 10. But then the reason I don't want to say a 10 is because I feel like there's so many areas to improve. Like I called my grandpa today and I realized I was like, gosh, I thought I talked to him recently. That was 2 months ago.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my goodness. And so we talked for like 5 minutes too, because I was busy. And I'm just like, dude, like how many more phone calls? You have those thoughts. How many more phone calls are we really going to get to have? And every day I don't call him is a day that I will wish one day that I could go back to and call him.
Yeah.
So it's like little things like that. It's important. I think it's important to live life thinking futuristically, because that's something I really used to think about, because I'd call my grandparents. I'd literally I still am blessed to have all 4 of them. I would call all 4 of them multiple times a week, because I would always think one day I'm going to be looking back at this time and I'm going to be very happy that I called them with the time I had. But that's something I've just let the busyness of life lose.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm going to say an 8, because as good as I think things are, I think there's some very important things that maybe I don't recognize as unsatisfying right now in life. But in years down the road, I'll look back and be like, what was I thinking, bro? It wasn't that roof wasn't that important.
Yeah.
Like I could have called my grandma that day and now I don't have the chance. Like one day I won't have the chance to. Or even we talk about grandparents, bro, there's no guarantee that it's going to be somebody like, death is a guarantee in life. And there's going to be a day for all of us that either you pass away or somebody you love passes away. So the time that you spend on this grind, and I keep talking about on this podcast how busy I am and all this crap, bro, for what? Like, for what, you know? That's why like I said earlier, I wouldn't do this if it didn't mean so much to the world. And I'm hoping that
It's the type of thing you won't look back and regret.
Yeah, exactly.
Like even if it is, you can look back and say that might have taken away time. You could have done something else.
Yeah.
It wasn't taking it away for something that you didn't care about and didn't make an impact.
Exactly.
Like
yeah.
you're not going to look back and say, I could have called my grandparent one more time, but instead I was like spreading the message of like mental health and suicide awareness and positive impacting people.
Yeah.
I'm not at all going to try and say like which is more important, but it's not, oh, I didn't call them because I was like playing video games.
Yeah, no.
You know?
Yeah, for sure. I think there's so much I want to say, but I just shouldn't say on a podcast. But I just want to say that there is some big changes that I'm hoping can happen by this next episode we do.
Okay.
That will change a lot for me, potentially, because you never actually know. You know, like we think we're so smart. We're not that smart.
I'm so dumb.
Yeah, we're not that. Dude, I thought I would be teaching PE right now. I thought this brand probably wouldn't be around anymore. Like, to be honest, like in college, I was like, this would be cool to do for a couple of years, and then I'll have to, life will get serious.
And now look at this.
Yeah, I'm like, oh shoot, now life is getting serious.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
oh man, it's funny. Like, it's funny. God knows so much more than we do. Like, we think we're so smart. And that's one last thing I want to say. When it comes to satisfaction of life, I don't know how to say this without sounding weird, but like, I value life so much, but at the same time, I know that there's so much greater for us on the other side of this life. So it's like, bro, whatever, like, if something failed, if I just took a fat L, like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that deep. So it's very easy to be satisfied with that mindset of just like, it ain't that deep it's not that deep. Like, if we screw everything up somehow, which I pray we don't, which I really don't know how we could with our intentions. Let's just pretend something horrible happened. Let's pretend, bro, I think one of my biggest fears is that we have like this, I don't even want to say this, but like, fire or something horrible, and it screws us, like, or we get robbed like crazy, like people are throwing merch out the window and stealing, or something horrific happens. I would be like I don't even know. I want to say I'd be devastated, but part of me would be like, oh well. Like, we had our shot. It was fun.
Yeah.
We're now gonna be cooked. We're either starting this baby over or we're just screwed. But I don't even know what I'm saying, but I hope
kind of gone through a similar thing. So I talked earlier about like the death that's happened, and this is going to start and going to sound dark, but I promise it's going to a good point.
Okay.
I was lucky enough that a year ago, I had dealt with, other than the death of my childhood dog of like 13 years, which was big, I was lucky enough to have not dealt with death really in my life of anyone that was important to me.
Yeah.
Me and McKenna had 8 grandparents in our life. Like, no one that was super meaningful to me had passed. Since then, I've lost a grandfather last November. McKenna lost one in January. Is one we lived with that I'd gotten really close with.
Oh, no.
And then a coworker of mine who was 75 and was kind of like a grandfather figure passed a couple weeks ago. That was the celebration of life I went to.
Yeah.
I didn't have to deal with death like this till basically 23.
Yeah.
I'm lucky enough that this is later in life than a lot of people have to learn to deal with it. But it's also weird to have to like learn how to deal with it. And so many drastically different relationships and drastically different people so quickly. The biggest thing I've taken away, and this is also kind of through conversations with other people, is what you said. It's like, why am I carrying and putting so much energy into negative emotions?
Yeah.
I know 3 wonderful gentlemen that didn't wake up, and 2 of them especially, you had no clue right before it happened. 2 of them were very sudden, but all 3 of them are people who I wish I could have spent more time with. I wish I could have learned more from, and I wish they could have lived longer. But I didn't, and they don't. And that's just what it is. And I can't, I'm not getting caught up on that fact anymore.
Yeah.
I took the time to grieve, and I took the time to wish I could talk to them one more time like you always should and always will.
Yeah.
But now I'm going to take what I've been given that they didn't, and I'm going to do something with it that's worth my time and worth my energy.
Yeah.
Because there's no guarantee I'm going to wake up tomorrow and be able to live my life. So why would I spend tomorrow morning being angry and grumpy when I'm lucky to be here at all?
Yeah.
And that's the big perspective I've gotten from it is like, take my life by the horns and like just go for it. Because like you said, yeah, maybe everything could be gone, but at least you're here for it to be gone. You know,
Yeah,
it's gonna sound weird. At least you saw the house get robbed. Like, you just could have not been here at all. And that's
literally, that's so true.
And not that you should like strive to fail. Like you should obviously try and have success, and you shouldn't just look to tomorrow, but you still can't. I think we talked about it on like the 6 months left to live. We did that as an episode where we kind of talked about this of if you live your life differently now than you would with 6 months left to live, there's at least a middle ground you have to find. Because if I'm living my life thinking too much about the future, all of a sudden all my time's gone. Because I spent my whole life thinking about 5 years from now.
And this is why
I never
I'm
lived
at
in the
8.
now.
This is why I'm at an 8. Because I am thinking all about, bro, when I'm 30, I want to have this, this, and this. And then when we have that and we're 30, then we can chill. What if we never get there? I said this at the event. I was like, bro, we think we have all this time, you know? But there was a guy that graduated with me that passed out and hit his head and died the other day. Like he didn't think that was going to happen. Okay. I had something so good to say, but I'm forgetting it. But one thing, rate this podcast. This was the best episode we've done, I think.
What time did you go to the third portion of it?
Because
I think it was 50 something. And I want to make sure we don't.
We have like 2 more minutes.
Okay. Rate this podcast, like this episode?
Yeah. Dude,
in comparison to
just, I think this is a 10. Dude, I've done a lot of podcasts. We've done a lot of podcasts. I think this was our best podcast. I think people actually were entertained. I feel like I actually did better than I thought I would.
You didn't seem rusty. You came in saying it.
Dude.
I record for 8 minutes, 5 days a week, so I'm...
Now, there's a couple things. There was a couple times on this pod where, like, just a second ago, I had something good to say and I forgot. But
I don't think that's like a negative, though.
I know, but I used to never forget.
Yeah.
I used to be so dialed, bro. I was like, oh, man.
Yeah, I think it was good. You don't know something I did good about that people who know me are going to be impressed by? I listened. I did really good at not interrupting.
I did good at talking because sometimes I don't talk enough on the own podcast.
This is the first episode I feel like I did a good job of like waiting for you to be done and listening to the whole thing, not just waiting for like, I didn't halfway through your talking, I didn't go, okay, I'm going to talk about this and now I'm going to zone out, I'm not going to hear anything, I'm going to jump back. And I never really interrupted you. There was a couple times I thought you were done and I started talking, you weren't, but like, that's just life. And I'm getting better at listening.
Oh, here's what I was going to say. And this is the last thing we got to say on the podcast. To me, this is my definition of success. Success is not an outcome. Success is an action. Like, this is already a success, but it's not a success because you see all these racks with merch on it or because we've reached a bunch of people. It's a success because back in 2021, I made the decision to start. And if I never would have made that decision, I would have forever wondered, what if I would have did that? Whatever would have happened. Well, now we know.
Yeah.
You know? And that's what I think. I think success is the action that just the action of starting. Just taking action on a thought is success.
Yeah.
Like your podcast, successful. Who knows what's going to come of it? It could freaking blow up. It really could. I think it's creative enough to.
Sure.
Dude, I think
I'll take it.
But even if it doesn't, it's already a success.
Yeah.
And also that's not even the point of why you do it.
Exactly.
Too. So I mean this.
Yeah.
That's just the way and that helped my brain so much not stress about all this nonsense that we see. Because on Instagram, everyone wants to show you successes, you know, driving a Lambo or you know, oh, I scaled his brand to 100K a month in only 30 days. Bro, that literally doesn't make sense. How do they get that much a month, but you've only been working with them for 30 days? Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, this doesn't even make sense. Bro, it's like, so it's just, I don't know. The world's so crazy, but that's just really broken it down in my head. Like, I feel successful that I taught for a year.
Yeah.
I feel successful that tonight we said we were going to do this podcast and we did it. Like, didn't matter what happened.
Yeah.
We got to do it. Like, I don't know. That's just kind of...
I'm going to sign us off with my piece of advice for the episode.
Okay, let's hear it.
You can't judge others by their actions, but yourself by your intentions. It's a good one. Think about it. Think about it.
Say it one more time.
You can't judge others by their actions, but yourself by your intentions. I think there has to be a balance of both. I don't know if we have the time for me to fully explain it.
Just do it. I don't know if it'll be on camera or
but
not.
like, I don't know what you're thinking. So I'm going to judge you by what you do.
Yeah.
But I know what I'm thinking, so I'm judging myself off what I think. But I have to understand that is not the perspective anyone else can have about me. So I have to both understand your intentions and people that I know that their actions aren't fully what their intentions are. And I have to understand that just because I think I want to do something or I mean to, doesn't mean that's how it comes off or that's how it did.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that actually does hit. I needed it broken
It's
down,
actually like
but-
kind of fire.
Yeah, that is sick. Oh man. All right, let's end this. I haven't even packed for tomorrow's event, so let's go. Love you guys. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and go listen to my boy Spencer Harris Sunday Driving Podcast. Wait. Is it going for you? Oh, it only does it for you. All right, love you guys. Peace.